Just take that out of the shot, not that I'm that bothered, but straighten that up a little. You can tell it's a Virgo moon because I'm like, everything's off centre, and I'm like, hey. Right, okay. Yes, hello. Happy Monday to you. Happy Monday. So, the reason why I always have Mondays off during the day anyway is because Monday is a terrible day to go back to work. You're connected to the moon, your feelings, and we all just need to have a little bit of time to ourselves. So, I choose for it to be this day. But most of the time, I'm open to do mediumship for personal sessions only on a Monday. You can have mediumship whenever, but I like to do the mediumship. In fact, I'm going to charge that. But yeah, people don't tend to book that too much. If the medium comes in on a normal session, it comes in kind of thing. So usually just seems to happen in public. So, but I do love them, so I'm just letting people know that if you specifically want a mediumship reading, although again, I've not got any control over that, but because people don't book it a lot, if you're really feeling like you want a message from the spirit world, most likely it is going to be who you want to. I'm quite confident I can actually say that. It's just the first bit I say is what all mediums say. So it's like I think I should just stop saying that because it's always who the person wants it comes through. But it's just, as long as I don't control it, but they do seem to come through. But yeah, I don't think I'll be live time. Wait a minute, I need to check that. When I'm blethering away, I need to actually check people can hear me. I don't think I fancy going live tonight. I did say I would be like, we're not even into me yet, and I'm like, it was a long day. It was fun, but it was a long day at the zoo yesterday, and I've got a client. I've not got a client really early tomorrow, but I'd rather just, if I go live, I will go live, and I will just, it won't be a long one, but we'll just see. Famous last words. That's probably why I'm like, I think it's better I just don't do it. But we're doing this. So, right, I just need to fit. I don't know if wait a minute, let's test it. I don't know if the link works if I put it right up. Oh, I need to get rid of some flowers or something. Group workshop. I could change it to Zoom because it is a Zoom. All right, Zoom instead of workshop. Group Zoom. Yeah, that fits. Right, and I'll copy and paste in case it disappears. Right, copy. I don't know if all the links have worked. Right. So, see, I don't think that's worked, has it? I need another phone to be able to tell. I don't think that's worked. Right, I knew that. So this is always part of it. I'm just going to trust, hopefully, that you can hear me. I'll check in a minute. Wait a minute, actually. I did just check that, didn't I? Yeah, people can hear me. So the fact that I knew that and I went ahead with it tells you something. Transformational coaching, in case that comes out. I knew that wasn't going to work, but I've done it anyway. So whoever this is going to make sense with, however many people, because remember, it can make sense with a lot of people. And it's so funny because I just said that to one of our newbies recently. It's you know what I mean. It feels like it's just you, but it'll be a few people. It's just it still blows my mind that is the case. But right, so that and then that needs to go like that, and then we need to get rid of another emoji. Oh no, I don't want to get rid of. I'll just put a dash instead of or. Or can I do that? I know, I can take the explanation mark out. There we go. So the or is shouting. Sorry, I'm shouting at you. Right. Why do the links still look like they're not working? Do they always look like that? I should know this. But I'm having a mind blank. Wait a minute, I'll have a wee. That's not working, is it? Why is it not? What have I done? Oh my god, this is annoying. Sorry guys, I know this is annoying. Can't work out why that's not showing up. Let's just do it once more. Paste. What's going on here? There's a space, so that should work. And there's a space there. They should be showing up. Damn it! Putting them in. Why are they not showing up how they usually show up? Beardy prick, love the name. Yes, I am. Are you Scottish, aye? Or are you just a fucking idol? Why is that not? Right, I put them in after anyway. I don't know why that's not working. It's annoying. Remove. Thought so. And Ayrshire born and bred lady, good lady, how are you doing today? What do you do here? Oh, you're a real person. You're not a troll. There's time yet, but welcome. I'm doing great. How are you? I tap into the energy, so it's the luck of the draw. I'm just tuning in to the energy and seeing what I pick up on. No, I'm real. I think I am anyway. Well, okay, you can stay. Right. Okay, so anyway, let's just get going with this. I don't know why. It's probably a YouTube glitch or something. So anyway, so the main thing I want to say before I get into this is I'm finally, I've held group Zooms, like group new moon and full moon workshops for the past decade, well, over a decade, particularly in my memberships, but I usually always open them up to the public as well. But I have been known to take a year or sometimes a couple of years, sometimes 3 years out from it. And I've tried quite a few times to get the group Zooms going. And there was only, there was sometimes like one or two people, but there's no point in running it when it's like less than that. So, but unless, for the person that's just joined the highest level of the membership, the good thing about that for that person is they'll get my one-to-one attention for the hour, opposed to that going out to like however many people. So that's a good thing about when you sign up for that. There's no anyone else or many people. You're going to get that, time. But yeah, anyway, but hopefully it won't just be like that. But if it is, me and that lady will we will do that. We'll work that out tomorrow. But so just now I don't know what time it's going to be, but I will be doing it on Friday, and so I'll post at some point tomorrow, definitely by tomorrow night my time, what time that's going to be. Probably even by the afternoon I'll have posted that. So if you want to do that, there will be a link in the community tab for that, or you can email me and ask. But no, it'll be loads of fun. It'll just be a combination of channeling in the moment on the Scorpio full moon, extremely intense energy. For me, the Scorpio full moon is always the most intense. Known as the flower moon as well. And it's weird this year because it actually lands on Beltane. Now, again, I'm not, again, each to their own for the different things that people celebrate. I don't celebrate, I don't celebrate that. So I don't really like anything that's like particularly like. Anyway, I can't be bored getting into that. I don't celebrate it. But sometimes I naturally kind of do. Like I just tune in. Like sometimes I don't know what the dates of these things are, and I end up just doing quite mystical sort of things. But I particularly just don't like. Well, the Scorpio moon I always go on about in particular is, although Scorpio is my favourite sign, and Scorpio moon, if you've done the shadow work and shadow integration and you're a bit of a psychic detective and you're using it for good, it's very powerful. If you're in the unhealed shadow of a Scorpio moon, either you have that or the moon is in Scorpio or a full moon, it's very shadowy and not the good kind, and it can be very prickly, toxic, addictions, pain, so really, really protect your energy this weekend, basically. And yeah, lots of dodgy people can be up to stuff. So I'm doing good. Little one is at nursery. Wife's having a nap. And with the little one so quiet and content at the moment. Thank you for that. Oh, that's lovely. Right, and you've just found yourself on a random live stream. Right, so, but well, you must be here for a reason. Trust. Right, okay, so what am I doing? Right, so I'm going to shuffle these wee scripture cards. I always like to do that. I don't always remember. And it's about to be 144 as well. So what have we got? My sister took me out for breakfast this morning, actually. So that is the third Eggs Benedict I've scored in a row. So I've done a hat trick. And yeah, that's my favourite. So, but I'm just so tired because have you ever been to Edinburgh Zoo? Have you got it? Would you like me to just call you Beardy Prick, which is quite hilarious? So I've got no problems carrying on that. Or have you got a name? You can be mysterious if you want. But yeah, I was at the zoo all day yesterday, and fucking hell, it's tiring. Although it was quite funny towards the end, we were like getting lost and we were way down the bottom. And they actually called on the wee bus to carry us up the hill, so that was quite fun, although I was shitting myself. I was at the back with my two nieces, so you're like facing the wrong way, and you're going up this hill. And then my youngest niece was like, just put your bag down. I was like, oh, I'll just put my bag down. I'll all be like trailing all around the ground. She was like, you just buy another one. I was like, kids are hilarious, aren't they? I was like, well, yes, I suppose that's one way I go about life. But, I don't really want to just sort of dump my new bag and the contents all over the zoo just to buy another one. But we widos would say here. But yeah, it was quite fun. The giraffes were amazing. But it's like when I got back and I said to my dad was like, I don't really like the zoo. And see, he's a Cancer moon, and that is all about like loving animals and and more like domestic animals, I would sort of say, but animals in general and families. And it's kind of like, I gotta admit, I feel a bit funny there too. Like you could just tell. My sister was like, when I was like, I just want to see the tigers are my favourite. We need to see the tigers, but they're way up the top. And she was like, the tigers are fucking raging. Like you can just. that's what she said, and it is true. Like, and it's no funny. Like the tiger is fucking raging. She's a lady tiger, and she's like, it's a shame. You can tell she is raging. Although I spoke to this lovely man who's a total expert in the tigers, and what was interesting was he was like describing, like, basically he obviously loves these tigers. He had loads of tattoos of them, and they were beautiful tattoos. And then he was saying that the jaguar's his favourite. And I was like, oh, that the jaguar's my favourite. Like I don't go about telling everyone that I'm a medium and a shaman, right? But if it comes up the conversation, I was like, oh, in my shamanic work, like the jaguar medicine is like that's like one of my top guides. I said, so's the tiger. And it's funny because I think men can be a bit harder to read like that, because I thought, oh God, he's thinking I'm like, God knows, you know what I mean? But I'm thinking, oh, I shouldn't have said it. But actually, when we walked away, like he was like, oh, I'm really glad I met you, which is quite a nicer thing to say, because my mum picked up on that. She was like, what a nice thing to say. And I was like, maybe he was quite interested in what I was saying then. Yeah, it was just nice. I just been guided all the way over here to look, full moon. So I did not mean that. But my eyes got pulled all the way over there. So yes, come to the full moon workshop, completion culmination. And then we've got creation, kitchen. Oh look, remember I done a reading, and that's from that one in that reading. It was like, look, is someone going to be in the kitchen, if you know what I mean? Because it is a Scorpio full moon, and that would be about that. But yes, whatever you're creating, and then journey, path, location, travel. Right, sorry, I asked you a question, and then I started blathering on about my YouTube live takes me to all corners, heard your voice, seen the spiritual looking stuff, and I'm here. Oh, I love it. That's a little bit like, that reminds me a little bit like how one of our other Scottish guys found us, because he's always like, before I found you, like years ago now, he's like, I wasn't into any of this, you know what I mean? And now he gets it all. And yeah, I was there when I was a kid, and James, well, hello, James. Beardy Prick, whatever you like. Well, that's hello. Well, James, I might just call you James Beardy Prick every time you say hello. So that's quite funny. Yes, the penguin. Yeah, we didn't see that. They usually do talks, and we didn't watch any of the talks because, to be honest, my nieces would not have the attention span for that. But they're just funny. I always just think of Happy Feet when I see the penguins. I've basically, if you want me to do a photo dump, I took tons of photos and they look amazing. In fact, you know what? Because I forget, I'm looking at my phone. Like, look, I'll just show you on this. I'll probably dump all them. Actually, I won't show, can I show that? I was actually very proud of the hairdo I done on my niece. I don't like saying their names or showing. What I will do is I will zoom right in. I thought I was going to get requests. So it's like two French pleats going down. Her hair was beautiful, if I don't say so myself. Yes, look, this was the taper. So the tiger. Look, livid. She's like, get me out here. And I'm not being funny, but she looked quite kind of chilled. And then as soon as my little 6-year-old niece bounced up, she was like, great, lunch. You know what I mean? It was a bit unsettling. And then there she is, kind of, what's it? Dharma. That's her name. Dharma. Follow your Dharma. Oh, yes. Follow your calling, that means, pretty much. When you're, like, I'm following my Dharma. Are you? James and people out there, are you following your Dharma? Right, okay. So this is for the thing, Mediumship Monday, that I do usually live on a Monday. To be honest, I'm just going to be my brutally honest self. I can't be arsed with the thought of that right now. Because when I do that, I end up sitting there for hours. Now, it could just be, oh, it does look nice. Yeah, it's delayed. I could sit for an hour, but I don't really trust myself, to be honest. So if I feel like it gets near the time and I think I could keep it to about an hour or two, then I will. But I think by then I'll just be wanting to watch Married at First Sight, I'll be honest. So hopefully I'll be up for doing a Mediumship Monday live next Monday, but I might not be getting back to it until Gemini season. So we're just going to roll with it. Gemini season will come about kind of, around the 20th or something. Like, I don't know, 18th, 20th, something like that. Right, okay, so but I'll pick these and then I'll film a separate pre-recorded, and then I might even hang out in the chat. Maybe I can manage that. I'm not into this stuff, and I'm not into it. Yeah, I'm open to what sign are you? That kind of sounds like a Gemini thing to say, like open-minded or Aquarius. Any of the air signs really, Gemini or Aquarius, kind of feel it. I feel a connection, but don't know what it is. If that makes sense. Yes, it makes perfect sense. So you can hang around and work. Oh, you're an Aries. I should have guessed. That's why you're a. What dare you? I'm an Aries too. So welcome, my Aries brother. My birthday was not Saturday there, but the Saturday before on the 18th. Oh, those eyes look full. Yes, she was pretty raging. Oh, 13th April, the day before the Titanic. Oh, wait a minute. Now, I don't know if that would have been the day the Titanic. Well, maybe you'll know more than me. I know that the Titanic sank on the 14th because that's the day I was meant to be born. Obviously, the anniversary. I don't think I needed to state that, but I don't know why I always feel the need to say. But I don't know. Did it set sail Did it set sail the day before, or maybe I'm feeling like it might have been like the 12th or something. I don't know. I don't know about that, but I just always remember that it sank on the 14th. But right, cool. Right. So what have we got for? What am I going to be doing on the live stream that I film after this? I could just make it this one, to be honest. Chakra healing and colour. So I'll look out cards to do with that. And mediumship. Well, that makes sense, yes. I was doing mediumship on Mediumship Monday. Hilarious. So I'll film that, like I said, and then I'll pre-record it. I know this answer. I'll be right back. Going to check. Going to kick myself when I see the answer. Right. So you're going to Google it. I don't know why, but I feel like it might be the 11th or the 12th or something. I don't think back then it would have been like the day before. Do you know what I mean? It would have been a few days, but I really don't know, to be honest. Right. Okay. So what is that? Why am I doing that? That's why I've got that there. Do you know what? I'm looking at that phone, right? And does it say the early hours of the 15th? Are you kidding? No, but you see, I'm sure some people class it as the 14th. Maybe that's like the very last of, you know what I mean, when it officially you couldn't see any of it. But I'm wondering what was the day that it set sail. Like, I wonder if it was... don't know. Right. Okay, so maybe something's went down, like the situation I'm about to pick up on now. Maybe something's went down like the Titanic. You know what I mean? Something's went seriously wrong. People have ignored the warning signs. Because if I'm thinking about it, the way I channeled this... Oh, look. Wow. I'm saying... Sorry, the way I channeled this at the start was you knew something wasn't going to work, but you done it anyway. Because I knew the links weren't going to work, but I posted it anyway. And then with this deck, this Flower deck, this is the only card in that deck that's about a loved one in spirit. And it's Monday and Mediumship Monday. So interesting. Your loved ones in spirit are waving hello and giving you reassurance that you'll be all right. So for whoever this is going to make sense with, man, woman, twin flame, whoever out there, I feel on this full moon and this coming Friday, there's a loved one in spirit that has tried very hard to get your attention. So again, James, you're the only one chatting just now. This might be for you if you're open to that, but this could be for anyone watching. So let's just see. And so the message might come out from the loved one in spirit during this live stream, or it might come out in the one that I do myself, especially because if I'm not chatting away and stuff. I mean, I'd say the 14th as well. Yeah, all right, interesting. Maybe that's why I always doubt when I say, I've been saying that for years, I'm not going to be able to change it now. Right, I thought that, yeah. So it was quite a few days before. Oh, I've got a friend with that birthday too. Yes, you can tell me something really weird. I'm in the business of hearing weird things around here. Right, what else have we got from this deck? So yeah, this feels like a special one. We've got a message coming through from a loved one in spirit. So particularly if you've got an anniversary of somebody that's passed, or doesn't need to be that, or what else? Yeah, we'll just see. You know what I mean? It feels like an anniversary though. A few months ago, I was watching YouTube, and for the first time ever, I got an ad, and it was German, and my mum spoke fluent German. Oh, that is strange. What, the whole thing was like somebody speaking in German? And I had never had an ad come on that was, yeah, I mean, I've never heard that. It's a bit weird. And it's your mum in the spirit world. Unity. You're spiritually connected to everyone through God. Use this sacred bond to heal your family, friends, and yourself. Right, okay. So this feels like spiritual awakening energy. And that's kind of, that's kind of what I was feeling when you said hi, actually. I don't know if you would, if you describe yourself as already having went through a big spiritual awakening, or if you're being pulled to stuff like this on, if that starts happening more regularly. I mean, because it's quite common that actually I could be the first thing that someone's led to like this. And actually another guy I'm thinking of, I think it's the only thing. I don't know. Yeah, I think he said it's the only, what I mean? Sometimes it works like that, or sometimes people might get led to me and then you'll be led to lots of other different stuff. But, yeah, it was it was a War Thunder ad. That's a game. No, I didn't know what that was. And Jim instantly caught my attention. Well, yes, I mean, the world works in mysterious ways. That does seem a bit strange. Right, so I got the animal cards, and it's not all of them, to be honest, but it's quite a few of them, because in honour of me being at the zoo yesterday. So let's see what comes out. My favourite was the tiger, although she was raging. And the giraffes are amazing. Like, I never remember it being like that. They came and put their head right in the kind of, you're in this podium kind of thing, and they came and like put their head right in. I was like, I'm like looking at my mum like, the giraffes bite? Like, I'm not really too keen on. And my nieces are like that, pure putting their hands out, pretending they've got food. I was like, I really wouldn't do that. I mean, as if they were listening, but I'm assuming they don't bite, because there was no there was no sign. And they can literally just put their giant heads right in where you're standing. Like, there's no glass, so they must be quite friendly. But it's just mental how big they are. And yeah, sorry, my mum passed away a couple of days after her 50th birthday. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. That is so young. And she was into that. Yeah, again, I'm not just saying it, but do you know what? Don't tell me anything too specific about her, right? Because the way that the loved ones in spirit work with me is they literally, because I'm a medium and I'm a shaman, they literally just talk through me. So just pay attention, because if I say something quite specific during it, I might not always know that she's around me, but you'll be like, right, whoa. But what it'll be is, I know it's confusing, but I'm going to just do this, and then this can be however long it is, and then I'm going to film another video by myself that I'll upload. I usually do that live, but as I'm saying, I'm kind of not, just with yesterday being such a long day, and I really just need to do some housework and that. I basically just need to chill. I don't think I'm going to be live unless I change my mind last minute. But yeah, definitely watch that one, whether it's an upload or a last minute live, because if you've just been sort of pulled on here and your mum was into that sort of stuff, she was into stuff, and I have some of her stuff like that in the cupboard, like spell books stuff. Yeah, that is, I have to admit that that's the stuff I'm not into. Like, I mean, people find that a bit weird sometimes, but it's kind of like when I just said, you know, that the Beltane, which is on Friday, that landing on the Scorpio full moon, like that is really, really witchy. And I personally don't like that word. Like, I just don't. I've never have really liked it. I just feel it's really quite push. So, because to me, witchcraft is when people, it's the same as like gossip and confusion, illusion, and like playing a nasty trick on someone. And that's all the stuff that I help untangle people from. But some people use the word witch like for things that I'm doing, like for tarot and oracle cards. And that's why it can get really all types of confusing. So that's just the way that I always describe it. But, you know, spells and stuff, it just depends. It's always your intention. Like, you know, people use herbs and like, I mean, I fucking have lavender in my bath every night, and I've got crystals everywhere. Like, that's witchcraft to some people. It's all about the intention. But oh, but that's cool that you've got, yeah. So you know what I mean. It sounds like she had all the cards and everything. Oh, I love it. I do attract a lot of people that were actual mediums when they were alive. Like, they come through to me because I'm like a born medium. It's quite interesting. Right. Okay, but again, don't tell me your name, don't tell me any details or that, because that's the kind of things that I can pick up on. I don't have a Discord. I'm just trying to think, is that the same? That's not the same as Twitch, is it? Are they different things? Like, I have been on it, like not doing the thing. Like, I've literally, like, actually, it's quite funny you should say that. Once I did wander onto that about one of them things. Oh, I think it was like 4 years ago or something, and literally, it was like what's just happened to you. I literally just, oh my God, there's a lovely person. So I'm so tempted to reply to them, but let's just not even give them any attention. Oh my God, how did they just... Wait a minute. How's that still came up when I hid her? That's a bit weird. Here, you. Get to... Fuck. Hello, how are you doing, Pure Love Essence? Yeah, I was so tempted to... yeah, but I hid her. I don't know how she came up. I was so tempted to reply, because I'm like, you know, that's what these people try to get a rise out of you, and I never usually do. But I'm like, so I'm not gonna. But I was tempted to reply there, but I can't be arsed. Let's not even feed it. Mental. People get paid to do that, you see, so you shouldn't really let it bother you. But it's because it's a Virgo moon, I'm dying to like correct the troll, but let's not bother. Yeah, Discord is different. It can be used for communities to stay in touch and stuff. Oh, right, yeah, yeah. That's I know the one. So that'll be why I don't have it. Yeah, because I'm so sensitive, right, that I don't even have WhatsApp anymore. Like, my sister was asking me yesterday, "Are you going to get it?" And I was like, no, because it's like, I just found it really overwhelming. So I don't even use that. My friends and my family and everything. I do miss it. I was addicted to it. Like, see, with my closest people, I could sit and chat to people and that's why I'm like, it's not good for me. Like, I was so codependent with some of my friends years ago with that. It was when I was younger. And I mean, it was mine and their fault. Do you know what I mean? It's I think loads of people will be. But yeah, I need to protect my energy when it comes to groups. It's why, so right now, like, I've got membership groups on here, but they're not as involved. They will be more involved than what they've been, actually, thanks to you, Pure Love Essence, because you joined the bigger one. But even with that, it's not the membership groups I used to have before were way involved. You know, like I was doing stuff with them every day, and it was just too draining on my energy. So now, even with the highest levels, it's like a new moon and a full moon workshop, and then I do people's cards at the new moon, 15-minute cards, and yeah, I pop in and do spontaneous lives when I can. It's all stuff that I can manage, and I've always said, like, look, I would give warning, but I would, if I want to pull the plug on the memberships, I will. But I've never wanted to. I've had them over 2 years now and haven't wanted to. But I'm really excited to see how the workshops, you know, happen. So we'll work that out as we go along. And like I was just saying, you're going to really benefit because right now you've got mail yourself, but I'm hoping some people from the membership or on the other levels or the public will join us. But that's fine. You can just get the extra benefits if not. Right, how did I get all these comments? Had social work today. I'm a charity housing key worker. I'm fucking exhausted on the well, just look after yourself then. That sounds like quite a lot. I'm kind of procrastinating. I've got phone calls and stuff to make that I've been needing to make for the past week. So, because it was quite funny, my sister was like, but do you actually do them when you've got them on the list? And I was like, well, the ones I done last week I did. It took me hours, but I'd been trying to do some of them for 6 months. But she was saying it because she's like, because I don't. But yeah, I know I'm new here, and if I'm around for a little bit and build a bit of trust, I would absolutely love to send you some of the stuff I have. I would love to. Definitely build the trust. That is the exact thing to do. That is exactly what I would do. Lurk and just get a feel for me and the other people, and yes, be given to someone that knows about it and will treat it with respect. Oh, lovely. The thing is, right, I think you'll find I've probably got, you'll see, I've got, so I don't know how many cards I've got. I have got in the thousands. It's no hundreds, it's in the thousands because I just turned 42 and I've been collecting them since I think it was 14, 15. I can never kind of pinpoint, but I've got really, like, these ones are collector's items. They're quite a lot of money on eBay. And I'm not selling them either because I love them. Right, let's get an animal card. So we have the cow. One of the only things I did not see yesterday. So, but I love the cow card. It's got the wee daisies on it. So there's the daisies and the kind of sunflowers, yeah, and these are very significant in my journey, actually. But yeah, with this being the flower full moon on the 1st, that's special. The miracles are endless. What else have we got? We have groundhog. No, it's not a groundhog. What am I fucking talking about? Porcupine spirit. But I did go to say groundhog, so someone might feel like they're having a bit of a groundhog day. Time for a beginner's mind. So be open to the miracles and approach things with a beginner's mind, which I think is always the best way to approach things. We might know a lot about a lot of subjects, but nobody knows everything about everything. So, like I say almost every day, and definitely, I'd say I say it every day, but, especially because it's a Virgo moon right now, be humble. Virgo energy is about integrity and it's about humility and humble, and be humble because, you might be having a great day today, but things can turn around tomorrow. I hope they don't. So, and especially because this card here, of course, it's none of the animals I seen yesterday. Hilarious. Parrot, watch your words, because that to me is about gossip. So notice I already mentioned gossip on this live stream as well. So, watch what you're saying. Words are powerful. Words are spells. We were talking about that too. Like, so don't speak ill over your own life. Like, oh, nothing ever goes right. Nothing's ever going to happen for me. I wonder what's going to happen next. I know we can fall into that. So can I. But catch yourself when you do it and speak life and love over your life and, miracles. And like I always say, brainwash yourself with like affirmations and the best example I can think of is like if you're having money issues, like listen to money hypnosis, like your life depends on it. It works. It really does. It's just most people don't do it because it's too boring. Well, what can I tell you? You know what I mean? It's and it's different for different people. Some people it can work really quickly. Other people it might take years. But when it starts to happen, whether it's money or self-worth or self-love or confidence, you'll be glad you've done it. And again, you can cut corners by actually booking a session with a hypnotherapist / shaman, medium, healer, blah, 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 blah. If you're new, that's me. But you could go to anyone that does that. Like, good luck trying to find somebody that does all of those things. But you know what I mean? Go and actually get specialised support, and it's amazing the things that can come about in your life, because it's what I help people with all the time. But anyway, watch your words. So watch the way you're talking to yourself, and watch what you're listening to too. You know, that's why I even just said that about me. When you're new, I understand that. I do the same. I'm the most suspicious thing. I'm the most suspicious person ever. I've got a Scorpio rising conjunct my Pluto. Do you know what I mean? Like, you'll notice that. Like, if people are too full on with me when I don't know them very well, like, sometimes I actually have to sort of, I'll say it in the nicest way possible, but you have to have boundaries with people when you don't know them yet. You know what I mean? And because I'm so friendly and open, sometimes people don't get that, and they can be talking to me like they've known me for it, and I'm like, right, you might feel that about me, but I don't know you yet. So I get that, what you've just said. But you see, that's because we're both in Aries. So but I think everyone would understand that. But it's even more understand if you've had situations where people have been nice to you, and then they turn around and they're like toxic. Then you know, oh, look, the star, love it. See, but even there, when I'm talking about stuff like that, that's just leapt out for hope and healing. Like, yeah, don't talk about that. That's not what we're calling in. Look, truth transcends illusion, confusion, illusion. The Scorpio moon's coming into like the dragonflies about transformation to me, and you know, illuminating the truth. You see clearly. Yeah, so look, that's definitely, if this is you, this full moon in Scorpio, and definitely people in the spirit world are helping you to see clearly beyond an illusion. So this is already something that you've went through, because we've got a rebirth as assured behind it. Also, bats to me are a sign of like witchcraft and spell work and like fuckery, basically. Although we bats are quite cute, but you know what I'm saying. And then hawk spirit, let spirit be your guide. So like I said, a lot of you have just been, if you're new to this live stream, I do think you have just stumbled on this for a reason. So James, you're going to be the obvious one, but this will be for other people that's happened to too. Sing your own song, Canary spirit. Right, we'll stop there. But I do think there's something about actually, I know what they're saying. I think this is about some kind of like gossip or lies, like Chinese whispers, and some kind of illusion or lie is coming to truth about someone's words, and you see clearly now. So I think if this is for you, I think you were confused and lied to by somebody, and you see clearly now. Oh, don't tell me it's another one of these where you've accused the wrong person or something, or somebody's been hoodwinked by the liar. That's what it feels like. Right, okay, so sorry, am I catching all these comments? Yeah, act like you know nothing. Planning to do higher heart meditation. Well, that sounds lovely. Yes, definitely do that. Can I ask, Pure Love Essence, have you got access to my email yet? Because I need you to have access to that email so that we can talk tomorrow. So make sure that you do delete the emails to get that. Can you explain that to an idiot doesn't know what? Oh, right, you're talking about that. I will let Pure Love Essence answer that. Last night, burned some mugwort, sage, and Palo Santo. Lovely. Fuck, I've been lied to the majority of my life from people, and now they're all dead and just left in a mess. And I'm oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. I think you've definitely been led here for a reason. I think you'll find if you hang out, especially when there's some of the guys in the chat, because we have got one of our other soul brothers is Scottish as well, and I've got a lot of Scottish guys that watch. They just don't talk. In fact, to be honest with you, the last time I looked at the stats, there was more men watching than women. Yeah, I think because again, what I help people with is trauma all the time, and like I said, everybody's got some kind of trauma. And it's always the people that think they don't that probably have the most. I don't know about the most, but you know what I mean? Oh, I had the perfect childhood, nothing happened. And it's like, but are you so completely disassociated and you've been saying that long that when we really get down to the bottom of it, that's not the case? A pretty face and a nice voice will help. Well, look, I can't really, I'm a bit biased there. So, you know, I just show up as I am. You know, sometimes I'll be with my nice hairdo and my makeup on. Sometimes I'll be sitting in my jammies and no lick of makeup and maybe even my glasses. And if people think it's a pretty face, and my voice is nice, then that's fine. Some people come on and, you know, actually, we don't really get trolls that much. To be honest, I think we got the nippy energy because I'm going to be honest, I didn't sage. I know, look, I pulled the tower when I said that. But, you know, oh, I didn't sage. But it's true. I'll do it now. I'll do it now. That's not, that's, don't copy as I do. Do as I teach people to always clear the energy, and I didn't do it. I just came in from Eggs Benedict and, wait a minute, I'm going to get the lighter. Because that would have stopped that. Can you still hear me? I'm just taking you on a little tour of my bedroom right now, and I've got the lighter. Here we go. Right. So much for a 15-20 minute live. See what I mean? Subconsciously, I'm trying to avoid doing the housework. It's hilarious, but it's fine. Right. Right, so we'll just burn a bit of this. Right. Right, you've got the email, good. So you'll be able to, right, that's good. And then we can sort out what time would suit you best, and then I will put that out to other people. I love your energy. Oh, thank you very much. And yeah, I can hear you. And Jesus, I have a wife, good lady. Let's just... Oh, sorry. Bring her along. Does she like stuff like this? Oh, did you say she's having a nap? What age is your... Have you got a young kid or... yes, I'm assuming. If you say, I can't remember. Did you say they're both having a nap or? Right. Okay. So that's funny though. Right. Let's read these cards. Right. So what is the star card? Because this has a different message. So I've put the miracles are endless and the star card, hope and healing on top of that. So let's see what the star card says because it's got very different messages. Right. So I am hopeful and inspired by life right now. See, this is speaking life over your life. I love it. See, this is speaking positivity over your life. I'm hopeful and inspired by life right now, and everything that is happening points to a renewed sense of encouragement. After all the changes I've experienced, hello, the tower, because notice the tower comes before the star card. This is where everything kicks off. Your life could fall apart. It's just generally quite shite. Although it's true, so many people say it now, but it is true. You know, the tower isn't all bad. It can be like things were built on so in this case, things were built on lies. Someone was lying. You could have actually vilified the wrong person because you believed lies or you believed your own lies, however this all fits. So tower moment happens when you maybe point the energy at the person that doesn't deserve it or whatever's went on here. And then you could have another tower moment when you're like, fuck, I've been manipulated and I've believed the wrong person. Because again, unfortunately, like, look, that's what that reminds. That reminds me of gossips, right? Parrots, because I can't remember. I think in another card, I think they use the parrot for the gossip. I think it might be the tea leaf deck or something. But it does feel like someone's believed like some kind of lies from a narcissist or something. Now, I don't always just fling out the word. I mean, I know it might seem like it because I'm always fucking helping people untangle narcissistic shit. But when I said it on the last live, I said specifically narcissist, and then literally seconds later, narcissist leapt out because that's God backing me up, right? But I do feel in this case, I think somebody, you know, has got everybody on their side to believe them, right? And it's now the illusion's cracking. And whether it's one person, you or a few people are like, wait a minute, I see clearly now. And I don't know about you, but I've definitely been the receiving end of that, where it's like, you know for a fact, if there's a victim anywhere, like it's someone or people have done you wrong, and then because, you know, if you've got a group of people and then it's like they just all believe the other person, you can't win. And it's just kind of like, fuck, just let all those people get on with it. But I feel like it's something like that. But anyway, so, but this, it's the other way around. You're feeling excited about your life. You're feeling optimistic, like encouraged, and then boom, but this feels like a big shocking change is coming around, and it's time for a beginner's mind again. So be humble. Something's going to shock you out of the blue. It feels like a good thing. It feels like a good tower's coming, and you need to start again. So this actually could be something like miracles are happening with your money, with your love life, with your work, whatever areas of life, right? Things are feeling good. suddenly you're not single anymore. Massive change, you know. The Tower. Time for a beginner's mind. Like, you know, it's kind of like you think you're enlightened, spend a week with your family. That's what's kind of that's what's feeling as well. It doesn't need to be exactly the examples, but it's what's popping in my head. Right, okay, so the Tower, surprises. Things happen really fast when this card shows up in a reading. Remember, that was the transit of the recent Uranus going into Gemini for the next 8 years. I kept saying 7, but I think it's actually 8, right? Things are going fast, fast, fast. I've been feeling it in my life. I hope you have been feeling it in your life. And I've been feeling more good stuff than bad stuff. To be honest, I was expecting a mixed bag, and it has been a mixed bag. But I am quite shocked. I'm not easily shocked, but I'm quite shocked at how good things are feeling and going. It feels like a completely new timeline that I could get used to. I'm going to get used to it. So I truly hope that's for you too, because it's been a long fucking timing for me. A long time coming for me. So its appearance could portend a total paradigm shift, love it, geeking out, or a sudden upheaval that takes something away in order for something better to take its place. It could be that I've had an epiphany. Yep, again, somebody's had an epiphany. I'll believe the lie, or I listen to the wrong person. Do you know what? This is so random, but I'm showing, you know, in there's a lot of chat about witches. You know, in Wicked, right? I bet you all this witchy chat is coming up because it is Beltane and because it's a full moon in Scorpio. In Wicked, you know how it's literally got flying monkeys, right? Because that is a term that's used when like a narcissist will like send people to like all the gossip and that, and you know, do their dirty work. And but it's kind of given that. It's like when they turn it around and make out that she's the bad one when she was the one that was actually trying to help everyone. So it's, you know what I mean? Whichever, all these analogies do seem like somebody's vilified the wrong person, or a group of people have. Whatever it is, this card tells me an unexpected events will be very interesting and offer opportunities for positive transformation if I remain present with my eyes open. Yeah, there's definitely someone's had their eyes open to some kind of illusion. And if it's not happened yet, the full moon in Scorpio is going to do it, because that's what a full moon in Scorpio does. Digs right down to the bottom through the shit and everything, and you will be able to see clearly, and it won't be pretty. Sorry, it's the truth. That's how it came out. Right. So I'm just going to see what you're saying before I read the rest. So, yes, I'll bring her, and she's up now. Little one is, oh my god, a month! Oh, a month! Imagine being in the world a month. That is beautiful. And your other one's 4. 4-year-olds are cute too. And 2 sons, 15 and 16. Lovely. See, this is starting to feel personal. Yes, we'll get used to it. Again, like I just said, people do say that is the one thing I hear all the time is people they're like say, oh God, whether it's online or offline, people are like, God, I feel like I could talk to you forever and all that kind of stuff. It's my Venus is in Aries in the 5th house, so that is all very friendly. But the ironic thing is, I'm a hermit and I love to spend time alone, and I'm not really that social, so it's really quite funny. Like my sister was gobsmacked. I was up early this morning to meet her and her boyfriend for breakfast. So I'm like, I do wake up early. Do you know what I mean? The sun rises at 6:20, so it's I wake up and yeah, sometimes I might want to lie in my bed, but you know what I mean? It's like, but yeah, my family, it's because I'm more like, my cousin wasn't used to that when I went to London recently. They just know me for like, they would all be going day trips and that. I'd be like, nah, I'm just sleeping in because I was always hungover. Lovely, isn't it? But that's the truth. But now I don't even drink, and it's, well, that, you know, I have like a drink a year, like one or like literally one or two though. One in the summer, and I had one at my birthday there. But it's I don't need to be hungover. I just love lying in my bed. But who doesn't? Right. So I'm not going anywhere, but I don't like it. See the Tower card come up again on a live today. Oh, interesting. Now, fuck off. This is actually too much. Not going into details, but this is a mad moment for me. Oh, this is so funny. You sound like when you're talking, you sound a little bit like how Connor talks. He's Glasgow. See, this is what I'm about. My mum was into the right. Yeah, you see. But what do you mean? Actually, yeah, I think yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's I don't know, because you know what I mean. Like that's, yeah, it'd be interesting. Again, I don't want to say it, but I wonder what. there's just, yeah, there's all different types of stuff, but yeah, love Wicked. Went on my birthday, and when I first saw it on the musical years ago, my mother and sister, I cried because I felt it was my life story. Yeah, the thing is, Pure Love Essence, I also loved Wicked, but then kind of went down the rabbit hole of it all. And what, I don't want to freak people out too much, but this is hello Heather, how are you doing? But this is definitely Scorpio full moon stuff, right? So if people can't handle it, click off. Like, it is really creepy how much both those actresses have changed. Like, if you look at the fucking state of them, basically, like, they both had full faces, they were healthy weights, and now, quite frankly, they both look very scary, like, very skinny, very gaunt. Like, the pictures I've seen, they both look like they've got demons in them. I'm not even going to lie. So, you know, you can go look for yourself. And then I've seen something else saying that, like, and the thing is, like, now, again, I'm going to go very dark with this stuff, right? But it's well known. Some people will think this is a load of shit. It's not a load of shit. It's very known that they actually get real, and I mean like real witches, like dark high priestess kind of, not setting a good intention with a wee crystal kind. Do you know what I'm saying? They'll get people to come in and cast a dark spell, right, on the cast. Because think about it, in a program, it's the cast, isn't it? Casting a spell. But they sometimes do get people to come in and put a, like, you know, there's a reason why we call, like, television, like, talent, like, again, and remember, I'm not one of those, like, people that's like, oh, I don't watch it. And again, fair enough if you are, right? But I'm not going to sit here and talk shite. Everybody knows I love the telly. I love my reality TV, especially. I love watching the same films over and over and over again. That's why my best friend in the world just got me an outside experience to Pretty Women. Hello. I was like, nearly cried. This is a bit, I didn't nearly cry, but I was very happy. But I was like, this is like the best present I've ever had. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm really easy pleased. I was just, because I just thought that is so me. Do you know, it's so meaningful. Like, on my 40th, me and her just watched Pretty Women in her jammies. Like, you know, because like she took me for Italian. That's my favourite. And then I stayed over, and then because like her husband and her kids were, I can't remember, I think they'd went away camping or something. But it was like, and we just watched Pretty Women. I think either when we came back or the next day, we just basically watched chick flicks, and that was perfect. That was the nicest bit about my 40th birthday. Because remember, my actual, because I think I saw her the weekend before, the weekend after. But that's what I mean. It's like, so yeah. So basically, what I'm saying is, I like watching TV, but I know what it's all about. It does brainwash you, and films brainwash you, and they, you know, they prepare you for stuff. The Simpsons are known for that. You know what I mean? That they're predictive programming and everything, but that is how dark it is. On some films and on some of your favourite sitcoms and that, they'll get somebody in with very dark intentions to come in and cast a spell. Because go and look at what both those women looked like before, and look at what they look like now. Some of their hands, I've seen, yes, people have long nails, but I've seen some of their hands that look ghoulish. It's fucking weird and it's creepy. And I don't know if some of you follow, I bet you some of these follow these channels, but I follow this channel and I'm like, I'm sorry, that song gets stuck in my head sometimes, and that's brainwashing. You know that, it won't be the same channel, it'll be a few channels that use this tuning, and it's like, I'm doing it quite good, haven't I? I bet some of you know what I'm talking about. It's so creepy. The music is so creepy, but it doesn't take away from the message. And I do remember watching that, and I was like, yeah, because I did love Wicked too, but I've not seen Wicked 2. Like, I've not seen the second film. I do want to, but I did like Wicked, and I watched it a few times. But then when I saw how much those two main characters had changed, I was like, right, there's something. They've opened some kind of demonic portal or something filming that, because what the hell is going on with them? That's more than a Zen pick. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm sure it's that too, but that's got to be some kind of fucking. There's something strange. Anyway, we'll leave it there, because that might be a bit too much for some people, but I'm sorry. I'm 0 degrees Pluto Scorpio. If you can't handle it, I don't think you're going to be able to handle me in this channel. So if you can't handle it, you've met your people. I'm not always like that every day, but on the full moon and Scorpio week, that's what you're going to get. Okay. nothing but the truth, and the truth in the world is not pretty, a lot of it. So lovely, right? So, but totally, but see, apart from that pure love essence, I feel a lot of people would have felt that, because I felt it too. And that's the clever thing about it. When she's getting ostracized and lied about, and she's the one that's being genuine and nice, and people are turning on her, I mean, I would be crazy to not be able to feel like it hit a fucking nerve in me too. Let me fucking tell you. Especially when it came to friendship groups, it did. You know, because I don't like that bit where she tricks her into wearing the hat. It was good acting, but I thought, and it's all not that anyone's ever fucking tricked me into wearing a fucking hat, but do you know what I mean? It's just the fact that it's like, it kind of made me think about, you just think back and you're like, were these people fucking ever my friends behind my back? Do you know what I mean? And it's aye, but, and the sad thing is, some people will have been, and then a lot won't, and it's just, yeah, I didn't really, I liked it and I didn't like it, if you know what I mean. I know what you mean, spot on. I know what you mean. I pretty much protect myself for watch something recent. Yeah, 100%. I think we're going to have a field day talking, because I already know you're a Scorpio. And do you know what's quite funny? When you said your birthday's the day after my twin flame, and I was thinking you were the same year, but you're 1986, aren't you? So you're a couple of years younger than me. So that sounds like a banging birthday. Yes, it was. I absolutely love Pretty Woman, Dirty Dancing, all that shit. You know, just all the generic stuff that a lot of women love. Men too, but men maybe don't admit to it. Not too much for me. I'm 100% the truth. Love it. 100% truth or nothing. Yeah. Again, most people are like that around you. Because, like attracts like with most things, I'm very blunt. I'm very honest. I like to swear all the time. If you don't like that, you're not going to like me. But the thing that I always find a bit contradictory is, I, believe it or not, worked in childcare for 20 years. And that's always my excuse for why I swear so much, because I couldn't swear all day. So when I got out, I was like, I had to let it all out. But I don't swear like this around my nieces and all that. Although they're in that phase right now that they're obsessed with swearing. So they'll be like, did you just swear? And you totally didn't. And it's like, no, but like, what are you like? Why are you even saying that? Do you know what I mean? Because I'm just thinking, I think yesterday that when we were at the zoo, that my sister didn't swear, but I think we took the wrong turn in, and I think maybe she said, "Oh God" or something. So she's trying to maybe not, say, "Oh my goodness" or something. But I mean, God, good luck with that. But like I always say, they're going to hear worse than the playground. But yeah. Oh right, this is interesting. So, why did I start saying that though? Oh yeah, I think that's just what I'm saying. Like, I'm very blunt and animated and online, but I always say, like, day to day, I am more Scorpio rising. Like, I like to keep myself to myself. If I'm spending time with people, it's the closest people to me. I'm not one of these people. I'm not that. Where is it? Like, everybody knows. Look, you might be this person. Be honest, people. Like, you might be that. Oh, did you hear this? Did you hear that? Oh, I saw Susan on Friday and she was saying this, and then I seen Sally on Sunday and they were saying that, and then, oh my God, I seen Jimmy at the shops, and fucking hell, him and Touch have split up. Aye, she cheated on him, and all that. Fuck off. Some people get their fucking cheapies out of all that shit. No. But what's quite funny is, with my North Node in Gemini in the 8th house, I shed light on stuff like that. And actually, that's quite funny, because the example I've given, like, all of that could be, I mean, change the names, unless that'd be funny if the names were accurate. But that's what it feels like. It feels like that. That's what it feels like. Do you know what I mean? Like some kind of Chinese whisperer gossip that's been twisted. And yeah, how interesting that I just said that. Right, what's this? Somebody swore. Wait, I've never heard that one. I don't know if I want to fucking ask. That's hilarious. I don't want to ask what that means. I could use I'm going to show it though, because that is so funny. Wet flies gossiping about other people's misery is BS. I hate it. For me, I'm a social introvert. Yeah. Well, I'm a contradiction, because, like I said, like, I can be a wee blather and chat away, and it's not fake. I do love hanging out with you guys, and that. Like, I don't like the days that I can't do it and stuff, but when it comes to being like big groups of people, and I just think the more people you add in, the faker it gets. And that's the one thing I love about not having a big friendship group, is I just always find when you get past like 3 people, you're into dodgy territory. 4 people in my lifetime, I've been able to be in a tight knit group of 4 friends a handful of times, and even that, there's always wee dynamics going on. And I can think of some healthy dynamics with it, but not a lot. And then, but yeah, past 5 friends, you're in. Somebody's talking about somebody. Susie's talking about Sally, and there's always that famous thing. Whatever Susie will say to you about Sally, oh God, I'm fucking that one up. But do you know what I mean? Whatever Susie's saying about Sally, like what's Susie saying about you, kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know. That's, to be fair, that's not always true, is it? Because think about it. We're human, and you will talk about things that you're worried about in your life, and sometimes that might be you're worried about another friend genuinely, and you're saying it to a friend. So that, I don't think that's always across the board. But let's be honest, we've got the other people that they're just fucking talking about somebody for the sake of talking about somebody, and it's not a care, and it's just spreading gossip, and you know, who even knows if it's true? Like, you know, and that's what I mean. That's why I don't like the word witch. That's why I don't like the word spells. That's why I don't like witchcraft. Like, so I know it's all about intention, but for me personally, I untangle all that stuff. As a shaman that deals with the darkest stuff, I'm here to untangle it. So I just think it'd be confusing if I was like, oh yeah, I'm a witch, and like, no. Don't use that word for me, please. Well, I would always say, oh, they have a hard one for X, Y, or Z, but thought I'd adapt my vocabulary to nonsense statements. I'm weird, you'll get used to that. That's hilarious. You can stay. We find this funny. No, that is definitely the type of humour around here. Right, so a happy marriage. But yes, exactly. We all know somebody like that, and some people might be lurking that are that person. It's fine, you know, just maybe rein it in a little bit if you're too much with that. So, a happy marriage, happily ever after, emotional contentment, a loving relationship with your children, raising children wisely, successfully, people you can trust. How interesting. I was thought about children. I pulled that one. So, yeah. So, what is going on here with this story? So, expect miracles. Things are looking up. Happily ever after. So like I said, this is either about being in a happy family, whether it's one you've created your own with your own children, or this is like you with your, you know, your older mum and dad, whatever ages people are out there, as long as you're old enough to be watching this kind of thing. Oh, that's why I started saying that. Yeah, the reason I'm always kind of like, oh God, is because I've had a lot of people over the past 10 years being like basically their kids have grown up watching me online, and I'm like, I'm not too happy about that for them, because I do swear a lot. So you know what I mean. It's but what I would say is, well, this isn't intended for children, so that's people's, you know. It's but the thing is, I have actually got a kids channel. I just don't broadcast on here, and I haven't posted anything on it in, oh my God, I think 2 years or something. But and I don't think I would. I just wouldn't want to mix them. So when I am posting more things on that, if you want that, then you just ask me in a session. But yeah, anyway, so let's see and on this side, we've got, you know, it's time, you're beginning again with something, you're beginning a new, so wait a minute, actually, I didn't mean it like that, but, you know, if you're on the twin flame journey, and if you're not, just ignore this bit. I feel this is the feminine. Be open to miracles, right? Things are looking up, right? The period of darkness is behind you. This full moon is a huge time for you as well. A happily ever after is round the corner, or you're already in it. Whatever that means to you, it doesn't even need to be about a family. You might be happy ever after, and you're like, no thanks, I've done there, been that, wore a t-shirt. I just want to be myself. Or you might not have even done there, and you just want to be yourself. You know, been there, done that, wore a t-shirt. You know, everybody wants to be in a happy family. You're like, no, I'm fucking happier myself. You know what I mean? And then there's some people that might say that and actually isn't true. You know what I mean? So it's different things for different people. And I feel this is a masculine energy. So for those that have never heard me explain this before, this can be your feminine and your masculine within you, or this can be you and the other person. So if this is the other person, somebody's starting all over again, right? After a tower moment, which makes sense. You do start all over again after a tower moment. And they're saying, fuck this, and moving on to the next part of life. They need to move on, because this is the 8 of Cups I call fuck this. They need to move on, seeking more from life than what you're experiencing. A spiritual quest, choosing to make big life changes. Hello, Tower. A change of priorities, leaving home. So what this is giving me right away is if this is about a twin flame dynamic, right, for the groups of people, the feminine's in a really good place. Like, whatever it is you're doing, miracles are coming about. You know what I mean? Happiness, healing, just miracles, happy ever afters, you know, just amazing energy. The masculine, it's not that it's not, but I think the masculines just put some kind of massive tower behind them and they're having to start all over again. It kind of feels like this is like a romantic relationship that's broken down. You need to start again. Like, you need to move out the family home. You need to find your own place. Sleep in your mum and dad's couch for a few weeks. I don't know. It's like, you know, whatever it all kind of, it's like things are crumbling. It can seem pretty shit, but you're moving on to bigger and better things. Like, you're done with a cycle. It doesn't need to be exactly that, but trust me, it will be for some people. So let's see what comes out of this deck. I'm finally home. Yes, that is how a lot of people can feel around here, actually. See, I think you should embrace the swearing. Kids need to learn how to swear properly. Oh, don't you worry. I don't need to embrace swearing. Yeah, I might not have. I don't think I haven't, have I? I haven't sworn a lot on here at all today, but it's probably because it's a polite Virgo moon right now. I usually can't stop the swearing. It comes out of me like lava. I love swearing. I love being alone, but I'm also scared of being alone. Yes, well, I think that's very honest, James. A lot of people can feel like that. I basically love being alone, and I'm not scared of being alone. I'm very Plutonian like that. Right, so what have we got for here? We've got stress that comes from having many things happening all at once, successful multitasking, sudden events or changes. Yeah, again, Uranus going into Gemini the other day. Things are happening quick, but it's not stressing you out because it came out in reverse. Things are happening quick. It feels like a mixed bag of things, but if it's not so great, you're handling it like a boss. If it's, regardless of gender, if it's great stuff, you're like, whoa, I mean, I feel like I've woke up in another life, but keep it coming. And again, I'm totally resonating with this side. Most of the time it wouldn't be that, but I'm like, I'm fucking jumped to the other side. This is the greatest show. My oldest niece won't stop singing The Greatest Showman. I'm actually very proud of her because I love The Greatest Showman too, but it's just she sings the same lines over and over. She has now learned the second line to that never enough song. What was it? She was yeah, and what was quite funny too, when I got to the train station, my youngest niece was like, "You look nice, Claire." She was like, "I like your sparkly stuff on your eyes." I was like, "Oh, thanks." She was like, "And I like your hair, and I like your top, and I like your jacket, I like your boots." I was like, "So what you're saying is you like my style?" But I've said this before, it's because her Venus is the exact same degree as mine, right? So it sits on top, conjuncts it. So it's like, she just loves to look at me. It's hilarious. But I'm like that with her too. Like, you know, both my nieces are beautiful, but it's when my other one was standing still and I'd done her hair, I was just like, oh, she is, do you know what I mean? They're just both gorgeous. They both look like the wee girls from Brave. But it's really funny that when your Venus is the same degree as someone else's, you will just pure love them. You'll be like, I just fucking love them. Do you know what I mean? Just want to be around them all the time. And right, so yes, look, this isn't good. The masculine's a bit out of balance because that came out reverse. Take everyone's input into consideration, merge viewpoints to create a better solution, take your time, there's no need to rush. Also, this could be a drink probe. This came through with the shorts. So again, remember, I help people with addictions, and the Scorpio full moon's about addictions, breaking free of them really, but somebody could be starting all over again after a tower moment, moving on, and you've, after a period of being out of balance, or you're still feeling a bit out of balance because everything's new. But for a whole group of other group of people that don't take that if it's not yours, I think somebody could be out, you know, just newly in recovery or something. And if it's not that strong, don't take it. But that is what that card can be as well. Yes, like look, that's what's new too. Somebody's fallen in love. Fallen in love, suddenly being swept off your feet. They need to stay grounded during a very emotional experience. Okay, I need to end this somewhere because it's going on forever. So let's just end the wee twin flame bit and then I'll go back to the general sort of thing I was picking up on. That's hilarious. Kids need to learn to swear properly. I used to volunteer in an elderly rehabilitation ward at a hospital. Oh, lovely. And seeing patients with no family, no friends on a bed about to oh, wow. Oh, that's lovely. And so I wonder if you've got a Scorpio rising. You feel like you've maybe got a Scorpio rising, because that's a very kind of Scorpio rising thing to do, because I'm very comfortable being with people right before they pass, and not all mediums are, by the way. Do you know what I mean? Some mediums would just talk to the spirit world and they wouldn't. I'd imagine there'll be I've never met a medium that isn't that comfortable with death, actually, now I'm saying it. But you know what I mean? Like, it's not all mediums deal with like the deepest, darkest traumas. Not even all shamans do. So that ain't a normal medium shaman thing, people. That's that's a me thing. Doesn't mean that other ones won't, but right. So alone, and the only company they have is strangers in the NHS uniform. Oh, that is really that's sad. I'm back online now using the spare iPhone. Welcome. Yep, I'm falling in love with you. Yes, well, you'll be careful, because you're lovely. Is it your wife or your girlfriend will be watching this, and she'll be giving you a wee slap in the wrist? That's definitely an Aries, isn't it? An Aries man. I'm just thinking of all the Aries men I've known over the years, and it's I used to work in the care system. Oh, amazing. It's a brutal area. I only volunteered, and I don't think I could handle doing it. Yes, I worked in a children's cancer ward, and I was meant to be there for 6 months on maternity, covering someone's maternity, and then I worked there for 9 months, and it was the most special, beautiful, sacred job I've ever had, but changed my whole entire fucking life. I wouldn't change it for anything. Most special memories I have, but it did change my life, and the support is fucking horrendous. Basically, like the aftercare for people that work there, terrible, fucking shocking. So, but yeah, I loved it though, and actually, it's quite interesting because this flower full moon is very special for me with the memories from that time. So, right, okay, I'm going to get a message from the masculine, and then yeah, most people passed away during the lunchtime when I was at work. Oh my god, that's brutal. But I suppose that is to be expected if you were in an elderly, you know what I mean, more expected than anywhere else. But that's special. My wife knows what I'm like. She's the same. It's awesome. All right, yeah, banter. Yeah. I mean, I wonder if you're an Aries. Like, what's your wife? You would need to. An Aries man's a lot to handle. I'm not gonna lie. Beardy prick, James Beardy prick, whatever we're going to call you here, because I quite like your name. It's quite funny. I like saying it. Yeah, any Aries man I knew, like, actually, because there was quite a few guys with. I was saying that the other day. There was quite a few guys in my class growing up that were Aries. In fact, wait a minute. Oh no, I always think that it's just no. One I'm thinking it wasn't Aries actually because he was Taurus, but cheeky. Right. I don't mind cheeky when it's cheeky and it's banter, but when it's cheeky and it's just fucking cheeky, nobody likes that. But that's not what we're talking about here. Cheeky is like the cheeky see you next Tuesday that was saying, whatever they said and they just got hid. You know what I mean? That's cheeky. Fuck off. Like, you know what I mean? Nobody's interested. I'm not on here fucking scamming people, hen. I'm on here fucking helping people get through the day. And if truth be told, people have told them, I've said I've fucking saved their life. Now, that's not me saying that, but I get emails every other week fucking saying if it wasn't for you, I'd think I'd be here. Breaks my fucking heart. Do you know what I mean? So don't you fucking come on saying I'm scamming people. Get the fuck. See, it got under my skin there a little bit. But it does annoy me. Do you know? It's always the people that aren't even fucking doing that much that are getting, you know what I mean? And it's like the people that are actually behind the scenes helping people in that. It's like, fucking joke, but whatever. But again, just keep doing what you're doing because you've got good intentions and you shouldn't be doing it anyway to get attention for it. But it isn't right either when people are doing a lot for people and you get no attention or you get ignored, which is what's been my experience. But not online, because I always say that. That's what I love about my own community. But I mean, that makes sense. If I've built this community and it's our community, you guys, is this a bit of turn off? What's the battery? No, 34%. A bit dark. But yeah. Anyway, we'll go back to the original thing. Speak life over. Let's not speak the shitty stuff in. We're leaving that in the past timeline. One morning I was in and I hadn't started yet. Little old lady shouted at me and I was just going for a cig. Be with you in 10. She didn't make it the 10. Oh no, that's heartbreaking. Oh, that's sad. I ended up in an empty corridor crying my eyes out. Well, that's very in touch with your feminine and your masculine. That's quite rare for an Aries man. We love it. We love to hear that. That's actually, I don't know, did you watch I'm a Celebrity? Because that's what I was acknowledging about that guy that won. That I felt that's why he won, because he wasn't afraid to support the women and cry. And he did have a, outburst, which people are making a big song and dance about. But I think that guy's just the other man's trying to sue ITV for dough. He's clearly struggling for money. It's a bit embarrassing, really. And the other David Hay guy, he's just picking on him. It's just bullies. But don't listen to me. I fancy all the Thomas brothers, so I think I'm just sticking up for. I'm only joking. They are lovely guys. They're all and I've just realised he's got the same moon as the other one because they're twins. They're non-identical twins. I always forget that. So it's like Ryan was the one that was in Corey. He's hot. Remember, he went out with Sarah for ages. I've no idea if he's still in it, but I just remember that. And then the Scott and Adam, I kept forgetting his name, they're the ones that are twins, but they don't really look, they all look like each other, but they don't look, they're not identical twins, but they don't look like each other. But yeah, they've got good auras and they've got good energy. Because I was who she reached out to and I said no, and by the time I got back she was gone. It was a hard one to do. That is just so sad. Fuck them arseholes will scroll through YouTube live just to shit on people. Yes. No, I don't watch TV, not mentioned. All right, so that's why you were agreeing when I was going on about the TV being a lie. Yes. Well, as I already admitted, I love all the reality. I escape into reality TV when I'm helping people with the heavy stuff. Right, I just saw I miss you and I want to be with you. And I've had very vivid dreams of you. Oh dear. And I miss you is actually, look how many cards are there. I saw it when I was shuffling and it leapt out. So if this is yours, right, this person is missing you. They've had dreams of you. You've appeared in their dreams. They've cried over you. Oh, look at what we were just talking about. I don't feel good enough for you. And I'm taking responsibility for my mistakes. So my fears keep stopping me, but it's in reverse. So maybe I'm overcoming childhood trauma and I don't want to keep hurting you. So this, I feel like I can picture life with you. I feel like that's all the cards from that deck. I feel this is somebody that has been working through their fears, their limiting beliefs, which this is a great full moon to work with that deeper healing by doing the shadow work or shadow integration yourself, or by working with someone like myself. To help you dig deep and go into all of that. But I feel like someone's kind of got they feel like they kept hurting you because of some kind of abandonment issue. So it is like it's like when I quoted that poem. Whoa, that was so weird. So I saw you saying Pure Love Essence that you felt that was your twin flame, but basically I quoted that poem from Four Winds of Funeral on the last live or the one before that. And then literally, as soon as I got in from the zoo, jumped in the bath, first thing I saw when I switched on the telly was Nowhere Do I Lie. The guy reading the poem at that exact bit, I was like, what the fuck, right? So no such thing as coincidence. So I knew it was going to speak to at least a few people out there. So I'm sorry if somebody has had a recent loss, or it could just speak to you in some other way. Because actually, when I used that for something I was doing on a counselling short course, it was like, I think we were asked to just share a poem that had really moved us. And I'd done that one because I'm like, I totally, I'm obsessed with support. Well, I'm just, everything I help people with is the endings. And whether it's like what we're talking about here, like people that have been at the end of life, or people that are in the spirit world, and that people can get stuck as well. Like some people say that shit, and that really fucks me off when people say that isn't a load of shit. It's not as common. But see when somebody's, I can't use any of these words, but say when somebody dies in a tower moment, right? So think of the ways that can happen. We don't all need to say it, but either something that they choose to do themselves, or maybe not so much. Yes, in some ways that, because I think sometimes some people don't mean that, right? So they could go into shock, like, oh my God, this wasn't meant to work. That comes through all the time. You know that when I'm channeling, and some people watching will have had personal sessions. Tragic, but I'm a medium that does pick up on that a lot because I'm not afraid to help people with that. And whether you are feeling that, or whether you've been left behind because of that, or whether it's somebody that's needing help, and I actually have to say, like, look, do you realise you're actually in? It's like, it is like in Ghost and Whoopi. I have to say to people, do you realise that you're actually in the spirit world, and that's how you're? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's weird. Like, that is what I have to say. But also, because I'm a shaman and I deal with psychopomp, that's about spirits getting stuck too. So it's everything I do is like house clearing and all that. It's all to do with that. It's all very real. And the feeling that you feel in your house when I clear the energy of it is people feel elated, like, you know, because the energy isn't stagnant anymore. But anyway, God, we're going all over the shop today, aren't we? It feels very much like it's the Scorpio full moon already. I think they're giving you a taster of what we'll be talking about if people come to the workshop. But we all have our weaknesses. I can forgive you. Oh, was that the Thomas Brothers, or was that the TV? Maybe it's both. I'm just glad they're not like really young. Do you know what I mean? Their age is me, because I think the Ryan is the same age, so at least we're all right there. They're all married with kids anyway, and then the other two are only a few years younger, so I don't feel bad crushing on them. It's a little bit different sometimes when you're watching Love Island. I'm like, hey, hang on a minute, what fucking age is this guy? I could be this person's fucking ma. Christ, I could be their fucking granny. I'm not going to comment on, you know what I mean? But I don't mind with these. So that's always what I do, right? I remember I always say this, but once I left, when I moved here years ago, I walked out, and it's quite funny because I was feeling myself that day. I walked out and I felt like, I was like, I feel pretty good. I walked out and someone was like, hey, you're tidy. But seriously, he was a wee, but you know what I mean? I was like, come on. I was like, listen, thanks, but I'm old enough to be your granny. Never mind your mum. Like, but secretly I was like, still got it. Do you know what I mean? But I always used to say that. Like, my friends used to laugh, and it's like, because I said it in the festival too. Like, a younger guy was like, chat me up, and I was like, I'm probably old enough to be your mum. And he was like, what age are you? And he was like, calm down. He was like, you're not that much older. Do you know what I mean? I just didn't fancy him. But no, it's quite funny. But right. I believe he will be from ITBB. I know, brother, it's all brothers. I will used to be in contact. What are you talking about? Do you know this guy? I'm like, pure love it. What are you talking about? Let me read this again. I believe he'll be from. I know, brother, it's all brothers. I will be used to be in contact. He used to work for This Morning, and I had one conversation with. What? Hello, we're going to be talking tomorrow. Do you know that? My God. How interesting! Or are you talking about what are we? Yeah, I need to know what you're talking about. We can talk about this tomorrow. That's interesting. Yes, absolutely. I've unfortunately had to help many children pass on, especially when I've sometimes caught around the Scorpio moon. I don't want to talk about that because that took me ages to clear my energy. So don't mention it if you recognise what one it is. But there was a horrific thing a few years ago where something had happened to two children, right? And it was anyway, and it affected me so much. I just couldn't even get my fucking head around it. And so I was like, I must have watched this documentary for a reason. And then I felt guided to light candles and help their souls. And it was like, but yes, true. She'd have found it in Blair's mind. I've told you that story for years. I'm lost with all the shit I've been saying. So Pure Love Essence, you will get on the workshop because when we talk tomorrow, I will give you the link to that when we work out what it's going to be, because that'll be me and you that work out, and then I'll tell everyone else the time. And if nobody else is wanting to do it, then you just get extra time. But that's how you get on it. I'll just send you the link like what I've done today, but I don't know what time it's going to be. So I wish I was an older woman years ago. It's still a story I remember vividly. I was with an older woman years ago. It's well, don't be telling that story. I think your wife's going to like that, but I hear all sorts. Even I've got people fixing things and that. People just fucking open up to me. It's hilarious. But I meant that get some good advice too. Do you know what I mean? Like I've got loads of older handymen friends that I love. I love their chat. You know what I mean? People that are older than me that they just it's that's the kind of gossip I like. Do you know what I mean? A good kind of blit that makes me laugh. And you'd be surprised how many people get what I do. You know, because like I said, yeah, like I get in a big heart to heart with people when they come to fix stuff. And then is that we'll get conversation money, just like my soul brother who used to work for ITV this morning. Oh right. Oh, I still don't know. Yeah, you can tell me when we talk. I thought you were saying you knew them. I was like, oh. I'm a complete open book. Me, but yes, Aries usually are. But I mean, it's like I always say, people think that I'm fucking telling everybody everything. I'm not. I'm Scorpio rising. I've still got my secrets. Do you know what I mean? But I've got nothing to hide. Do you know what I mean? I'm very raw and real. Do you know what I mean? Like I always say, I pride myself. How I am on here is not too different from how I'll be in the membership. So I don't really care if sometimes I forget and I go in the wrong plate. You know what I mean? It's not that big a deal. Like I'm not like fucking dropping the mask and now I'm somebody else. And then the only difference with the individual sessions is you're not getting as much of the happy, clappy, jolly Claire, because usually it's healing people, you know, listening and holding space for deep trauma. So it's not appropriate, but we will have a laugh too. But people can be quite like, wow, like you really are very, you know, I'm serious about my work. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a high priestess. You find out when you book the session. Right. Me and my wife have no barriers on what we speak about. It's kind of weird compared to my other relationship. What did you say? What sign she was? That'd be funny if you're both Aries, and then that would make sense. Or like maybe like Sag or Leo or something. For future reference, how could I get onto the workshop? But basically, I'll be posting it in the Q&A tab, or I'll put it in the comments afterwards, and it'll just be like a link. Do you know what I mean? So. But I'll be putting how much it is and how long and all that kind of stuff. I've had to learn to develop a filter, as most people can't really seem to handle me or deal with me. I'm like, you know, wine acquired taste. Either like, well, no, I believe you, James, because like I said, Aries men, it's a lot of ego, and I don't mean that like. I mean it how I mean it. You know, ego isn't a bad thing. Ego is the first house. Ego is Aries. Aries is our personality. So Aries is masculine. So when you're a man that's Aries, it is a lot of masculine, which there's nothing wrong with that as long as you can be self-aware. And but yeah, usually it's like you said, like the Aries are too much full stop. You know what I mean? I'm an Aries with Venus in Aries, and but. Here, if we're too much, go and fucking find less. Do you know what I mean? That's whether you're a man or a woman. Twin flame or not, too. If I'm too much, go find less. Bye-bye. Do you know what I mean? So, right. Or if I'm not enough, go find more. Go find more drama. Go find more gossip. Go find more of what you're looking for. Goodbye. That's what I think comes through all the time. You know what I mean? Especially from the high priestess, divine feminine empresses. It's like, no, do you know what I mean? You don't want to be rolling about in gossip and shitty energy, and you know what I mean? You want peace and happiness and joy, and it's not that hard. Some people think that. No, it's not actually. Change who you're hanging around with. I done it, to be blunt, you know what I mean? I didn't like that kind of, you know, too many people around me, so I don't, you know. I wish everybody love and happiness and all that, but I don't need to be around big groups of people now to feel like a somebody. I'm confident on my own, but I have got best friends. Do you know what I mean? And I spend time with them when I want to. But the thing is, I'm not fucking 20 anymore. We're in our 40s. They've got fucking, you know what I mean? Husbands and kids. It's like, Right, so I wish he's hot. Oh yeah, the brothers, you talked about them. Which one? Scott's the hottest. And he's the one that's single, so pure love essence, you know what I mean? You're down that way. Get cutting about. They're Manchester, aren't they? I do want to go to Manchester actually. Maybe we can find out where Scott hangs about and just, oh, I fancy meeting you. Oh, yeah, but are you on the telly? I've got connections. One of my best friends actually does produce things like that. I'm not kidding. And my cousin is a camera woman. So if I wanted to make these things, but it's quite funny. My cousin can't stand any of these programs. It's probably because she knows what that world's like. Because I was like watching Married at First Sight and she was away up to her bed. You know what I mean? I was telling her the drama. She was just listening, but you could tell she was like, I do not care about this. So what are you joking? Shit, you say ego after that message. Admin delete. I don't like proving people's point. That's hilarious. No, but that's what I mean. I get your banter because I'm being flooded with lots of I remember even reading an Aries man's chart once on a night out, and it is just funny. Like I was just talking about that to my mum on the beach, that there is a pattern I've noticed, with people's. I think I'm going to write a book. Well, I don't think I'm going to write a book about it one day. There is a pattern with people's moon placements and sun placements and that I have noticed in my own life. I'll just be brutally honest. I could be friends with an Aries man. I couldn't date one. It would just, we could have the banter, but it would just be too much. Do you know what I mean? We wouldn't have any fit, like not me and you specifically, but you know what I mean? Me and an Aries man, it's too much. It's too much. It's just too much. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I need like a water sign man, to kind of, I suppose, water me down. But like, you mean, it's just not, no. Aries and Scorpio is a good match. Because I know that because I've got Aries with Scorpio rising, but right, I couldn't be in a relationship with someone like me. Yeah, it would be too much. Yeah, yes, Monday is my holy day. That's a good way to put it. Pure love essence, right? So, I do my own tips and never mind having another me to deal with. That's hilarious. All right, okay. So what have we got? So where's the feminine at? Right, so heal abandonment, time to forgive, but notice it was in reverse. So I feel you've worked through like feelings of abandonment. So whether you felt like this person abandoned you, or you feel like friends abandoned you, or you feel like family abandoned you, because it feels like there's bits and bobs and you're like, you've worked through that. And like I was saying, nobody's ever entirely, oh my God, I'm healed, I don't need to do anymore. But I feel that you're securely attached, you're comfortable in yourself, and good things are happening to you. And the good news is, whoever want more sort of leans toward this side, and you're starting needing to begin again, and you've had a tower moment, shit kicking off, you're a bit out of balance, you're falling in love, everything feels new, and you're moving on and like moving on from wherever you've been. If you're kind of like, but I'm still like healing from feelings of abandonment and stuff, well, you're in good company, because that is most people that I support. And you can change, and this is the thing that I'm passionate about. I don't really, sometimes I have to use the terms like, anxious attachment and dismissive avoidant and secure attachment. But really, like you can move from one to the other by doing a bit of work. Because like I always say, I did, you know what I mean? I can recognize when I was in the other ones, and then only became securely attached when I, had therapy and trained in therapy and stuff. And so you don't need to stay stuck there, because some people talk about dismissive avoidant that like the person's never going to change. Yeah, they're never going to change if they're not interested in it. And you've got to recognise if you're in the receiving end of that. And that's when you're like, fuck this, and you keep it moving. And if that person's going to then take the responsibility and accountability to heal and, and change in that way to become better for themselves, then they'll catch up with you, but like otherwise it's like, but people only change when they want to, not because you're suggesting or anything. So you trust that, so that if you're in this side, you're trusting, you're asking, you're listening, you're allowing, you're going through a big transformation, you're learning to speak your truth and express yourself, possibly after a time of not being able to speak your truth. The August, the Lionsgate portal could be very significant, or it was quite significant in Aries season there too. Right, when it's coming through really fast like that, it's just, you know, stronger message. Right, how am I going to end this? I think we'll use one of these. Let's see if one of the Scottish places come out, the Sky or something. Because we were all talking about Sky for ages. Was that yesterday? Not yesterday. It was yesterday, wasn't it? No, it wasn't yesterday. It was Saturday. That was it. When I just meant to do a wee 15-minute one, and then I was on for nearly 2.5 hours. Oh, and thank you for using the emoji. What ones? They're so small, aren't they? I made them like a 1.5 years ago, and I was pissing myself. That one's quite a good one though, because you can see that. Oh, wait a minute! I think you put that up before. Look at that. You put that up before I put. You put that emoji up before I pulled that, didn't you? It's the same thing. Love it. So right. Anyway, let's see what comes out because I think I'm pushing it with the timer. Quite hungry again, actually. 3 o'clock. I think I need to go and have some toast. I'm like, I've already had carbs, but I'm going to have more. Right, let's see. What have we got to close this out? Well, thank you for joining us, people, because it's been fun talking. And then, like I said, I'm going to film a wee mediumship Monday myself because I don't think I'll be live tonight. But if I turn up spontaneously, then I turn up. But most Mondays, I usually am live. So just so that new people know that. But I once went and spent a session with someone spiritual in the past, was told some of my main issues was abandonment issues and a lot of sexual energy. Yes, again, Aries. That doesn't surprise me. Aries men usually are very, well, because it's a fire sign, isn't it? That's what I mean. It's kind of like, it's good to be able to like ground some of the fire. Do you know what I mean? Like it's, but you've got to direct that energy, basically. I've subbed to you and put notifications on, so hopefully I catch you next time. It's been a pleasure meeting you, Miss or Mrs. Claire. Thank you very much. Yes, it's been nice meeting you too, and bring your lovely Mrs. back. Right, let's see. Back or here for. Oh my God, that's my card. Oh, and that is one of the Scottish kind of Irish ones, right? Interesting. So when I first got this deck, I was like so excited because I didn't know this card was in it. And I can't say this word. It's something like I did Google it and I forgot again. The Kalalik. We're going to go with I can't really say it though. But it was just, I remember somebody saying that I had that energy about me. So it's connected to Ireland and Scotland, but I'm going to read it now. So I will say to her next time, definitely not going to now, just saying goodbyes before. All right, okay. So let's see. The Kalalik. So elder teacher, wise one, experience. The word Kalik, we're just saying Kalik for now. I'm sorry if I don't think I'm pronouncing it right. Comes from the old Gaelic word Kalik, I can't say that either, which translates as veiled one. In modern Irish and Scottish Gaelic, it means old woman or hag. Beautiful, lovely. I noticed I say to people to put them off this. Oh, I'm old enough to be your granny. I just need to get out of here. Maybe that's the old lady in me speaking. It's like, but seriously, like, see, there's a shamanic session that I do where we get in touch with your council, and like part of me is a little wise old lady. So like, I might be saying it joking, but I'm actually kind of being serious because everybody knows when I talk to Nathan, I always say that he brings out my old lady side. Because his Pluto, no, I don't mean old lady in that sense, because 40 is really young, but I get, you know what I mean? I mean, like, I'm either very childlike with my Aries and Sag energy, or I'm like very wise old lady with my Scorpio rising. So that's what I meant. And I agree, it is this is the best I've ever felt. I'm not talking shit, it is the best I've ever felt. And it's, you know, it's like I am releasing the weight I wanted to, but I am putting it back on again, to be fair. So it's got nothing to do with that side yet. I just feel the best I've ever felt because I've fucking worked on myself. So fucking, you know what I mean? Own it, baby. Basically. I don't know where baby came from, but it came out of my mouth. So we're saying it. So you own it too if you're feeling it. If you're feeling yourself, just you own it. The 40s are fun so far, I'm feeling. So not actual 40. I found 40 a bit shit. 41 wasn't great. But 42, I've been out for a few days and I'm feeling all right. You know what I mean? So I'm here for it. I'm here for this 8-year cycle. So bring it on. Uranus and Gemini. I felt you were going to be brilliant and I'm feeling it. It was believed that the mountains and hills of Scotland were shaped by the Kalilala, whatever that is, herself in giantess form as she strode across the land, dropping huge rocks from her apron. What's that all about? She was also responsible for the creation and care of many Scotland's rivers and lochs, carefully managing and capping the wells nightly to prevent flooding. Well, I do walk by the sea every day, guys, so I do resonate with that. In different stories, the Killalleek is weather goddess, an ancestor goddess, a seasonal goddess, or a creator goddess. The Killalleek appears as a wise elder in your life. She invites you to be open to deep learning and seeing through life as a beginner's mind. Synchronicity, time for a beginner's mind. You may find that you have a new teacher to enter your life in the form of an elder, or in life inviting you to slow down, receive wisdom and lessons experientially. And this is what I actually said, just literally on Saturday, was it doesn't matter that I'm only 40. I'm an elder, because this is my last life, and I'm totally deadly serious when I say that. And whenever I've went to other like shamanic groups, it's even people that are a lot older than me recognize that right away, because it's a soul thing. It's why I've got a lot of clients that are like 30 years older than me and that. Which is very humbling. Do you know what I mean? Because they could think, what the fuck are you going to know about life? You're just still young. But people people that really tune into energy, they trust it. Do you know what I mean? And they should, because like I said, I'm able to help people. So you may also be called to spend time with elders or to slow down the pace of your life and truly listen. This card comes with a strong and firm message to honour the elders in your life, but honour the actual elders as well. And lovely that you were talking about working with the elderly, James. Although I bet even some of them still won't like being called elderly. you find that, it doesn't really matter when people get older. It's like being called being called elderly. A lot of people, like I know people in their 70s and stuff, that would be like, they wouldn't thank you for that. Do you know what I mean? In your life and to live through experience. If you're an elder yourself, it can also be an invitation to step more fully into your wisdom and elderhood. How can you honour the wisdom of an elder around you? I feel your pain in running on Zoom groups, been trying to use to set up Zoom groups. Well, that is definitely something we can talk about when we talk, because it's I've done things like that for years, and it's just that's why I want to get stuck into it again. But I need to be in the mood. So people need to get doing the group Zooms with me while I'm in the mood, because it's okay, I take it back. You're fucking brilliant. Thank you. You're obviously part of the soul family. Aries brother, we're glad to have you. Right. Okay, I think I'm just going to leave this here. So it was great to talk to you both, and whoever else was lurking and hanging out. And if people want to book a session, the links, this is where I would say the link is pinned. But the link is pinned, but I don't see, the link isn't linking. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not showing up as a blue link. So I don't know what that's all about. But I will put it in the comments afterwards, and the details are always in the description box of every video, and they're in the comments after, and I always like copy and paste different reviews, some from recently, some from like as long as 10, 11 years ago. And when I get lazy, I just copy and paste the same ones. I'm not going to lie. So I might just copy and paste from the video before. I don't know. Depends. I just put search into my phone and find what fits whatever we're talking about. Sometimes I will try to find one that's like what we're talking about. And other times I just post whatever. So, but it's all true stuff. And people come on in the live chat and back it up too. So I promise I'm not just fucking creatively writing this shit myself and pretend it's other people. Fuck me, there probably are sad See You Next Tuesdays actually do that, but I'm sorry, that's no me. They are all true. You can even go and lurk the abandoned Facebook page to go and see that they're true, because some of them are from there. I abandoned ship there about five years ago now or something. But I've got no intentions of picking that back up anytime soon, maybe ever. No, I'm not interested in fuck book. Do you know what I mean? An Insta scam. Like it's just we don't. Not really mark up. I never really did like Instagram. I don't know. I just found it. I don't know. I didn't really. I did and I didn't. When I did like it, I was a bit kind of like underground. Like I didn't use crystal clear visions, and I was someone else, and I did like that. But I found it a bit boring when I was. Maybe that's what it was. I was like, yeah, your vibe on my other one. This is a bit. Yeah, but no. This is my home. My home is here with you guys. But anyway, I'm going to go. Otherwise, I really am just procrastinating and getting on with some housework. So, but before I do that, I'm probably just going to quickly film a wee video for Mediumship Monday. So like I said, sorry it's not alive, but unless something drastically changes, I'm not feeling it. But yes, have a look out. Oh, Heather, have you been here the whole time, but you've just not been talking? I remember you said hi, but I didn't see you talking again then. I've got this Doreen Virtue course on my digital app. What one? Yeah, because I used to have all her apps on my phone years ago, but a lot of them stopped working. I mean, that was on my tablet, and again, I've not turned that tablet on in years. It probably doesn't even go on. But I've got a few digital like Oracle apps and stuff on my phone, but yeah, I loved all Doreen's ones when I had them all on my, because I was a big Hay House fan. I was actually huge in the Hay House groups. Actually, that's where a lot of people knew me from. Because it's quite funny actually that someone was calling me Claire Marie. It was that other woman from Saturday said like, "Thank you, Claire Marie," and that's actually what people used to call me all the time because my name was Claire Marie on Facebook. Where Marie's my middle name, but I don't mind if people call me Claire Marie too. It's quite nice, but it just reminded me when she was calling me that that's what everybody knew me from there. Because I was always very helpful. I was like a little kind of angelic helper, and people were like, "What does 444 mean?" And I'd be like, "Oh, do you know what I mean? Well, this is what it means to me, but it's very important that you go and look up what it means for you, and look at Joanne's Sacred Scribes." Because I still say the same thing now. I don't trust any other number books and any expert that says that. I'm like, nah. Joanne Sacred Scribes, she started channeling them around the time I was going through my dark night of soul, and they're bang on the button. As long as you look when you see the number. So if you say you see 444, well, that's quite a common one actually. That's my favourite. Like, let's just pick a random number, but it'll mean something to someone. Like, say you see 1717, right? Like, go and look at what it means right in that moment. Don't think, oh, look later. Go Google it and put 1717 and put in something like Joanne Sacred Scribes or just Joanne Angel Number, and it'll come up, and see what it says. And I bet you'll freak you out. That's just for the newbies. I know the other people know that, but you know, each to your own. If you're looking at all the other ones and that, because I mean, Kyle Gray brought out a book at some point too, but he brought it out ages after all of that, and he's just like me. He's younger than me. He started like, you know, learning all of that, and like, so he would have, you know, I never bothered to look at it. It didn't really resonate with me. I don't really resonate with him anymore. I've got some of his cards actually. They're great cards. I met him once. Like, we actually both blinded the camera. Like, our light was that bright together. Like, you know, and he did have a very, I have to say, he's a lot taller than I thought he was, and he did have a light coming from him. But we'll kind of leave it there. I might go a bit controversial. I kind of went off him because he was back in the old pandemic days. He seemed to be falling for quite a lot. Definitely certain political sides, and they're all the ones that are the toxic, dark energies in the world. So that was kind of worrying. But I'm going to give him the maybe his light was that bright he couldn't see through it, and maybe he's went through his own awakening. But that's actually a good point, and it brings me back to this. Somebody could be famous and all of that and be more well known, but they might not actually be as much of an elder, because those people, and including actually, I'm keeping it anonymous, but I actually had mentors at the time that they hadn't actually awakened to any of that either. So do you know what I mean? I had to stop listening to people, because I'm like, what the fuck? These people can't even see the truth. Like, that's because I carry the energy of that wise old lady. And maybe some of you do too, and that's why you found yourself here. But equally, you could be a young soul and you're just waking up, and you're welcome too. You know what I'm saying? And you could be like, shit, I fell for all that crap during that time. That's fine, you're welcome too. Nobody's excluded here. Even though I was excluded during those times, just getting that in, but it's true. But I still say kind. I stay kind, I stay myself, but I haven't forgotten, have I? I'm not holding against people. It's just the truth. I think that's fair enough for me to say that. That is the truth. I forgive, but I don't forget, and I won't hold a grudge. But I certainly wouldn't bend over backwards to help people that left me crying into my pillow, is what I like to say. We can still be kind, but have our boundaries. Hello, Charlotte. I'm just leaving. Oh no, you've arrived right when I'm. How are you doing, Charlotte? Right as I'm going again, sorry, not sorry, I'm going to go controversial because it's the Scorpio full moon and we're going to get down to nitty gritty. So, Scorpio full moon week, rather. And that's why I love that you used is that the truth bomb? Wait a minute, see, I can't, it's so tiny. It's not the truth bomb one, isn't it? It's the, what did that eat? See, I can't, is that the, spoiler alert, that's it, spoiler alert. Oh, I thought it might be, yes, I'm just leaving. So because what I was going to do, what I was saying, Charlotte, is I just don't feel like doing mediumship Monday live. So unless I might change my mind after I do a bit of housework and hang out. But I honestly think after I do a bit of housework, I'll probably just want to like wind down. Do you know what I mean? It's the zoo, man. Have you got a zoo anywhere near you, Charlotte? I was at Edinburgh Zoo yesterday, and I'm just fucking knackered. When I get a minute, I'll post the photos. If I haven't posted the photos after a couple of days and people want to see them, remind me, because it's a weird thing that I do. I take photos and I don't share them. Like I take really nice photos all the time, and then I just like, the moment passes and I'm like, oh, I was thinking that, I was like, I've got photos from a family party like 3 years ago, 2 years ago this year, 3 years ago. And it's like, fuck, I haven't bloody sent them to people. I'm not that annoying person. But like, I would send them if someone's like, can you send them? But if you don't remind me, I forget. But that's one of the things I miss about Facebook, actually. Like, one of the only things is that when it was people's like hen do's and birthdays and that, I was good at like being a photographer. Do you know what I mean? Like, near enough could be like a professional photo book. But it's quite funny because then when I've like taken mine away, other people's would disappear, wouldn't it? But I can't actually remember what I done. I didn't delete my. Oh no, I did. No, I didn't. No, I wouldn't have deleted it. I just. What was it? You deactivate or something? Oh, I don't know. Like I said, I don't want to go back to it anyway. I'm okay, but exhausted. Flat is almost clear. Oh, well done, Charlotte. That's so meant to be for the Scorpio full moon, isn't it? Like, I bet you the last bits and bobs you'll get done for Friday. Oh yeah, Charlotte. And I don't know. I'd imagine you're probably going to have a lot on your plate, and you might be a bit too intense. But I'll let you be the decider of that. But I'm holding the full moon and Scorpio groups with me and Pure Love Essence, and it might just be me and you, Pure Love Essence. But yeah, I've put that in the membership if any yous want to do it, and then I'll put the details out for everyone, whoever wants to do it in public. But like I said, otherwise, me and you we're catching up tomorrow, but we'll just catch up again on Friday. But yeah, right, I'm gonna go. So look out for that, anyone in the community tab. And oh, actually, what day am I gonna go in the? It keeps being a Thursday. I don't know what. I don't even know if I'm going to do a public live this week. To be honest, I probably will. I'll just work that one out later on down the line. I might not, because I'm doing the workshop. I might not, to be honest. If it's going to be any day, it'll probably be Thursday. But yeah. Oh, I've not seen that one yet. Scrying. Trust your visions. Crystal Clear Visions is saying trust your visions. Intuition, plant seeds. Remember why you came. Be bold, legacy. See, that's a very Aries thing. Right, I'm just talking shite now. I need to go, guys. Right, so I will check in me. Oh my God, I've been 2 hours again. Oh man, these little short lives are not very short, are they? But it's fine. Look, maybe that's what it's meant to be. Sometimes it's going to be 15, 20 minutes. Sometimes I'm sitting here for 2 hours. It's fine. I was procrastinating the housework, so it was going to happen. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. And for the wee live like this, and then if you want to watch the mediumship video, I will put that up as an upload. And I think that's it. And like I said, if you want to book a session, all the things will be in the link below. I'm just trying to think. I don't know how available I am for today. I think that's right. No. I'm not going to be live on Thursday. No, that's the day I have to watch my energy. Yeah. So I won't be live Thursday. I might go live for a wee bit before it's gonna depend. It's gonna depend when me and Pure Love Essence decide when the workshop is. I could just ask you that. I'll get you can. Do you know when about you would be free on Friday, Pure Love Essence? You can tell me now, or I can email you back if you want to. Just we can, or like I said, we can just work that out tomorrow on the Zoom. Probably easier, but yeah, because that's what I kind of. I'll either go live before or after I do that on the Friday because I don't usually like doing lives on a Friday. All right, you're around anytime. So would you be up for a wee during the day one then? Because I think I think we're just going to make it about an hour. I mean, to be honest, if it's 2 hours, it's fine. Usually, when I do a workshop, it's 2 hours. But I'm going to try. I was going to try and keep those ones to an hour, but I don't think it'll be able to happen. But I'm going to say it's an hour, and I'm going to just put that out to everyone out for the price of an hour. So basically, guys, if you're wanting to do it, do it because you might actually get a taster of what it's like for the 2 hours, but I'm only putting out as if it's an hour kind of thing. Anytime I'm free this Friday, still since I've still got the swollen. Oh right, oh I'm sorry to hear that. All right, well hopefully that will help with that too. I remember you saying, right. So it's just about right. It's just they've got to navigate. Like I said, no one's expressed interest yet, so I don't think it really matters. But it's I always used to do the workshops quite late at night because it meant that it was at least a bit further on in the day in places like America and stuff. But to be honest, it becomes a nightmare to try and get the different times. So maybe we should just pick a time, and if somebody else can do it, they can do it, kind of thing. Because it's quite short notice. I always used to tell people short notice anyway, but maybe you're just meant to get me all to yourself, and that's fine by me. So yes, if I'm up, I do a bit of mediumship myself. So it's lovely. Yes, I attract a lot of mediums and healers. So yeah, and to be honest, I call it Mediumship Monday just to be cute. I mean, I'm not saying there won't be loved ones of spirit that come through in this video that I film myself, but it'll be wee snippets. It's usually they come through and wow, and it's not me, it's them women through me when I do the live. So I would love to feel like I had the energy to do that, but honestly, the zoo has like really taken all my energy. So yes, I hear you. I'm a night owl as well. Also because you're a Scorpio, do you know what I mean? I think all Scorpio anyones are probably natural mediums, to be honest. Like, do you know what I mean? It's because it's just Scorpio's deaf, so it's like it's not always literal, but like whenever the Scorpio is in your chart, you can tap in. You might not think you can tap in, but you can definitely tap the fuck in. Which is why I can tap the fuck in with my Pluto 0 degrees in Scorpio. Yes, I can read people like a book, and that scares some people. But it shouldn't really, because just because I can read people like a book, it doesn't mean I want to pick up every book. Do you know what I mean? I just shoot it off. I've got better things to do than me fucking reading people's souls. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? Who's saying I'm wanting to fucking read everyone's souls? Do you know what I mean? Actually, I'm going to end with this deck. So, yeah, I'm hungry now. I'm going to eat something. Sometimes it's just a breakfast or a brunch, and then I don't eat and I eat my tea. Today's not that day. I'm needing to listen to my body. I need the extra food, so I'm going to make something as if I didn't eat my tea or my breakfast earlier. Because it was early. Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes I won't eat something until like midday, so that was like quite early. I will, as I'm born in the view of the fire. Tiger said fire tigers are pretty much. Oh, but that's my main. The wolf and the tiger, my main power animal. So that'll be another. This is so funny. Almost everyone that gets drawn to me either likes the wolf. Not everyone, but quite a lot of people really like the wolf or the tiger. It's just hilarious how it happens like that. You're welcome if you're drawn to other animals, but it literally is a thing around here. So hopefully, were you here when I was showing the tiger? You saw that, eh? The angry tiger that's raging, Dharma. Right. Okay, what have we got? And then, anyway, see what I mean? We're obviously, I will catch up with you. I will get back. Well, actually, yeah, you know the time. So I will speak to you tomorrow, and then we can work out the time for the workshop. So basically, it's everyone else listening right now. If you're in public, or if you're in the basically if you're in the membership of any level, then use the link. Use the links in the membership because you'll get a bit more money off. Or just email me and I'll send you the link if you're in any level of membership, because I'd said that. And that's not usually, by the way, that's just this week until Friday. And then, but if you're in the public, do the same thing. Either look out for the link, look out for the post later on tomorrow, or email me. But really, I'm not going to know until tomorrow. So, but yeah, members will get a little bit more money off, and obviously not you, Pure Love Essence, because you're on that one where you get it anyway. Like, I mean, you've already paid it, and everyone in the public, you'll just pay a wee bit more than what they used to. Right? Okay, so what have we got here? Compassion, love it. The vibration of compassion shines through my every cell. Purification, and look what I was just saying. Truth. Absolutely, that is the full moon in Scorpio. And look, what do I need to go and do? Tidy up. Hilarious. What is Virgo moon about right now? Tidying up. I literally always put a broom for Virgo. That's hilarious. My energy field is being cleansed of all that I do not need. Right? It's a big clear out, a big purification is the full moon in Scorpio. I nearly said the full moon in Taurus. That's the opposite sign. That's the season that we're in. And I live my truth. So let's all go and purify our lives on this full moon week. And if you need extra support with that, you can book a session. So your session can actually be, depending on what time the workshop is, I've got space for personal sessions on Friday, which can be extra full moony on the full moon. Or you can join the workshop, or you can wait until next week. But and you're both as well. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, that is quite a few. But it's not everyone is the wolf and the tiger, but that will be why you resonate so hard then, because I can think of at least someone else that, because Charlotte's also the tiger. I can think of like tons of my clients are the wolf, and then I can think of a few that are the wolf and the tiger, and then I can think of a few of you that are not everyone's Jaguar medicine, but I can think of a few of you where that's come through. Because that's a very acquired sort of, not everyone can handle that. But, and that's the truth. But anyway, I'm going to go now. So I will speak to you all at some point, and just have a lovely day. Get doing your tidying up, get doing the housework, get on with something. Because Virgo's very good at, the tick list and all that, and tidying up and decluttering and detoxing. But yes, but if you need to heal, don't do anything. Maybe you need to balance the scales by resting and not doing very much, because a Monday is about the moon, tuning into your intuition, and Virgo can be too busy sometimes. So you'll know what you need. I'm a wee bit of both. I'm going to do a little bit and then I'm going to rest, and that's why I'm saying I'm being kind to myself. That I don't. Maybe that's why this has been that long. I'm not feeling doing the live. And I don't like to do it when I'm not feeling it. I think you'd be able to feel that I don't really want to be there. So I just think it's better I don't do it. but at least you've had this kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Right. I'll see you later, guys. Bye. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, I'm ending the wrong one. That's hilarious. I'm still here. I'm ending it on the phone I'm looking at. Fucking hell. Right.